All right, so we've got our new backdrop, and that new backdrop is kind of our finish screen, right? Our end of the game screen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change our code or modify our code or add code so that we can make this end of game situation happen. So I'm going to start with my second sprite. So if we click on our first sprite, you can see, and then I'm going to go to code. Sorry, that's good to know. I'm going to go to code, and again, we can see this code here, and everything looks good. We go to our crab, and we can see this code, and again, everything looks good. Right now, I've got my crab set to go around randomly. So it's not going to actually chase the cat. It's just going to move around randomly, and at some point, maybe it runs into the cat. That's the basic concept. But what I'm going to do is subtly change this code so that it's not just doing this thing forever. It's going to do this thing until it touches the cat. So I'm going to change this forever loop to not a forever loop. So I'm going to drag down to control that orange, the orange set of tools. And then instead of a forever loop, I'm not looking for if then statement. I'm going to look for a repeat until statement, right? And that is this one right here. So instead of repeating this forever, I'm going to repeat this until. Now I'm going to drag all this code from that forever block back into the repeat until block. I can get rid of my forever block. Now I need to say, well, what is it that I'm repeating this until? And the answer to that is, if I go to sensing, when touching, not the mouse pointer, but it's when touching until, touching sprite one. So what this is going to do is it's going to make it so that my crab moves around forever and ever until it touches the cat. And when it touches the cat, it's going to leave this loop. And then what do I want to happen when it leaves the loop? I'm going to go to looks, and I want to change the backdrop. When I switch the backdrop to not backdrop 1 anymore, but backdrop 2. So again, when the crab touches the cat, it's going to switch backdrops to this tag your it backdrop. Now, there's a couple more things we got to do to make sure we clean up some stuff. But this is the basics. Changing our loop from a forever loop until a repeat until loop is going to make it so that we can leave this loop when it's time. When we tag that cat, we can leave and then switch our backdrop to the end backdrop. So that's it for this part, but we've got a little more work to do.